Every alpha starts as beta. Alphas are not born, they are self-made. To be a real alpha for me means you have to know how to lead and how to be a leader. Alphas are true leaders and you have to learn how to lead. And to lead, you have to have a confidence. Confidence in yourself and in the direction you are going. There are so many tips and advices on how to become alpha nowadays. I will give you 3 things that worked for me and made a change on a deeper level rather than a quick fix. And you wouldn't expect number 2 and number 3 to be that impactful. So watch till the end of the video. And here are 3 things you didn't do to become alpha. Number 1, martial arts. You probably heard that before, but I will explain it to you on a deeper level from a personal experience. Andrew Tate talked about it a lot, and that stuck to my mind so much, of him saying that if you cannot fight another man face to face, what else have you got? You have to face a fear of fighting another man in the fist fight. There's something primal in it. There is something very raw and masculine. That idea grew in my mind because I've always been afraid of a fight. I did some martial arts when I was a teenager. I went to a kickboxing. I was doing Aikido, but I think I sparred in total maybe 1, 2, or 3 times in my life, and it was always very scary experience. And also a real fights on the streets. I think I've been in 1 fight which made a great impact on me. It was really scary, it was brutal. This is not something that you want to deal with. And later on, after many years, I realized that I have to get that experience. And Andrew Tate was a great push for that. I took that motivation and I went, signed up for Muay Thai classes. I was going there for about a year to train, to learn, and only after a year I realized that I was still scared to go and spar with another man. I went and I did. It was really scary at first, but then I got into the moment, I gained momentum, and on that first day I fought 5 men, 1 or 2 minutes each. I broke my tank top because we were fighting with like hands, fists and legs, and because I was new to sparring, I was hitting hard, and the man, my opponent, was hitting hard back naturally. So therefore those fights were brutal. I'm gonna stick some fights in here so you can see how it looked in real life. But I can assure you that after that training, after those 5 sparrings in 1 day, 1 hour, I walked out from that place with balls 10 times bigger than I had before. And that turned into kind of a little addiction. I started coming back every week to fight. It changes something profoundly on a deeper level, because when you're on the ring, in the fight, you realize it's not about punching, and it's not really about physical. It is a great cardio, and you have to have physical endurance and stamina to keep up for 3 minutes. But I'm talking about mental fight. Your control over your body, over your breathing, the mind game, the prediction, psychological game, looking into the eyes of your opponent, predicting his next move, strategizing and planning your attack, your defense, breathing, stress, fear, coordination, movements, planning, all of that is happening in the moment. I have never felt more free and more aware in my life than on that ring. That is a pure addiction. And I can assure you that, knowing that you are able to fight a man, that you're able to defend yourself, to punch another man, you instantly become more alpha. And it's not just a trick. You know it. You proved it. You went on a ring. You fought a man. And now in real life, once you walk differently. And you know that only 5 or 10 or 15% of men ever tried that around. They don't know how to fight. Now it's a different game. I encourage you to sign up for any martial arts, buy some gloves, buy some gum protectors, some helmet if you need to, go and fight. It doesn't have to be a brutal fight, but just a little sparring to get the feel, to get a grip of it. It's good for you. Promise. Thanks to Andrew Tate for that push. That was a good advice. Number 2, public speaking. I know you wouldn't expect that skill right here to make you more alpha, but let me explain. Even take Andrew Tate. He is the greatest public speaking. Public speaking is about controlling the minds of your audience, playing on their emotions, connecting to their feelings, manipulating and orchestrating the story to connect, to make a great impact on your audience, on people that are listening to you. I always been interested in public speaking, and I also signed up for classes a year or two ago to overcome my fear, because it's freaking scary standing up on a stage, talking in front of people. And also I had to improvise, because in my classes we were given topics and we had 3 or 4 minutes to prepare a 1 or 2 minute speech. So you have to quickly organize your thoughts, come up with the introduction, body, and conclusion of your story. Come up on the stage, manage your body, manage your breath. Again, you're in the moment. Using your mind, using your body, using your breathing, using your presence to make impact on people. Come up with a story, to be a great storyteller. All the politicians, the great leaders, they are number 1 public speakers. And to master this skill, I truly believe you become a real alpha. This can help you in everyday life, when speaking to people, when negotiating the price or a deal, when you're buying a car and a house, if you're a salesperson, on a date, how you lead a girl with your interaction, how's your story like? That made a great impact on me. I kept going and attending these classes. And it led me here on my YouTube channel, which is I'm doing right now. I'm publicly speaking. Yes, you're not in front of my eyes right now, but I know I'm reaching to you, to your heart, to your emotions, by the sound of my voice. Think about it. This is a good one. And number 3 that you would not expect here is theatrical performance. Andrew Tate is a great performer, just as much as a great public speaker. That was unexpectedly for me as well, to find out that theatrical performance could boost my confidence through the roof. I'm telling you. So for those who didn't know, I didn't know either. Theatrical performance is something that it's kind of a performance on the stage with your partner, with people, where you come up with the scenarios on the go. So you have to quickly organize your thinking, break your thinking patterns, become flexible on the go, and create a story with your partner on the stage. You have to come up with some beginning, some relationship with your partner, reach the point, reach the tipping point of the story, and then get the resolution of it. It can be funny, it can be dramatic, it can be anything, and you never know where it's gonna take you. That freaking fascinated me. I kept taking those classes for some time, and after a few months, we started performing in front of the audience. And that boosted my confidence through the roof. Why? Because it felt like playing when you were a kid, when everything in this world was possible. You could become anything you want, you can speak whatever you wish to, you could use your imagination again on the stage as an adult. And you can break free from your usual thought patterns. You can try out scenarios that you never tried in your life. You can respond to something that you would never respond in real life. And in this manner, like, your brain doesn't know if it's real or not. So in real life, I started to apply these things. I became more free. Now I know, and I knew, now I know how it feels to respond that response that I tried on the stage. Now I know how to be a different character. Now I know how it feels to play a different role in life. That was so liberating. And that storytelling skill and cooperation with your partner on the stage, being connected and going with the flow, it did wonders to my mind, because I'm very, very organized and I'm very structurized thinker. So if you're that, definitely try theatrical performance or just attend the show. It's kind of like a stand-up comedy, but in a group setting. That shit is really fundamental. In conclusion, I'd like to say that for me, becoming alpha means overcoming my biggest fears and proving to myself that I can. It gives me undeniable proof of my own confidence. And I try to apply it to every area in my life. Step up the game, challenge myself, overcome my fear, grow. And in the end of the day, you will have the proof, the stack of the proof that you can. And this is how I grow alpha in me. I believe in you. And as usual, I recommend you watching these 2 videos on how I overcome anxiety and how I unlock my potential and grow. These 2 videos make you one step closer to becoming a real alpha. And as always, I see you in the next one.